Hello everyone, welcome to Live from Abuja, reaching you from Nigeria's capital city.
On the show, we will take you through major events that shaped the week in Nigeria and across the world.
I am Ademola Lawrence.
Sit back, keep your feet up, relax, and enjoy the show. I am Jane Francis Mweze.
Interesting conversations we'll be having, but of course, it has been 10 years of Prince Harry's competition for wounded veterans, which has been tagged as one of the Duke's greatest achievements, with Prince currently on a visit to the UK to mark 10 years of the Invictus Games. It is expected that his time there will be nostalgic for the Prince, who served 2 tours of Afghanistan as soldier previously.
Meanwhile, in Nigeria, plans are underway to promote the international sporting event, which has been on for wounded servicemen and women since 2014. The visit of Prince Harry alongside his wife Meghan Markle is coming based on the invitation of the Chief of Defense Staff Mohammed Badaru to visit the country. In 2023, among the 21 participating nations, Nigeria, alongside Colombia and Israel, were new entrants at the Invictus Games, which welcomed 500 athletes. And joining us live is a war veteran peacemaker Azwe Bulam, who represented Nigeria at the Games in Germany in 2023 and won a gold medal. You're welcome to the show, Peacemaker.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here today.
Definitely. Of course, great experience in 2023, and I'm sure you'll be looking forward to, more things for the upcoming games as well. Nigeria is in participation and all that. Yeah, but so it's a huge honor, to remember servicemen who, in the course of serving a country, sustained one injury or the other. But yeah, what was the experience like in Germany?
The experience in Germany was an amazing one, because it has been my passion to represent my country. That was why I joined the Nigerian military. So hence I was injured, then it is another chance for me to represent my country over there in Germany in another way, which was through sports. So being there and being one of the veterans, soldiers that was selected to participate and represent our country in Germany was an amazing one. So I was very happy to participate in there, because we were being shown love and we have the opportunity to play games. So it was an amazing one, and it was a honor to our country. It was a honor to Nigeria and also to Africa that I was the first person in Africa to win a gold medal in the games.
Okay, so I just wanted to, when you got to Germany at the games, was there any form of intimidations from other countries, because you felt like, okay, they've been doing this for a long time, or how was it for you before you now get into the to the forum of all of this?
Yeah, and there was nothing like intimidation, but normally the way it used to be is a competition. So you have to tell yourself, I made a better decision, and put your mind then to win the goal, because we are there to win, we're not there to lose. So there was no intimidation, but before then we had been training, we were prepared, although it was our first time to participate in the games over there in Germany. So but we trained for it, and we are happy to participate in the games.
All right, so but what motivated you to actually take into these games? Because a lot of people, sometimes it's very difficult to want to do something else, especially physical things. But what motivated you to make up your mind to even join the games in the first place?
Yeah, I was told about the games in our military hospital 44 at Kaduna. So after I was injured, I was receiving treatment in our military hospital in Kaduna. So normally I don't like staying idle, and it pains me that things I do before, I depend on people to help me and assist me to get it. So when I heard about Invictus Games, I take it serious and I give it a trial. So that was why I started with it. Then we went for our endeavor. The first endeavor was just 1 week. Then we were able to play sitting volleyball, powerlifting, table tennis ball, and shot put. So even swimming. So that was the sequences that we took before we were able to go to Germany and participate and represent our country.
All right, so let me take you back a little. So you talked about you were told of the games in the military hospital in Kaduna. How did you sustain your injury?
Okay. I sustained my injury in Borno State, Maiduguri, at a place called Wajiroko in the Mbua community, on our mission to capture Boko Haram camp. So we come in contact with the Boko Haram terrorists. So during the contact, so I was fired by the Boko Haram terrorists with a weapon called AA, which means anti-aircraft. So that led to the amputation of my leg immediately. Then I was evacuated to our military hospital in Memari Barracks.
Wow, interesting. That's interesting, man. You know, how would you, looking at what you just said now, while you were at Boko Haram and while you were at Borno rather, and you were shot at, do you think that our war veterans are actually being treated right in this country?
Yeah, I'm grateful, and it was my passion to be a military personnel, to represent my country and to maintain peace and unity. So Nigerian Army, the Armed Forces, the CDS, they're giving their best to make sure that we are living a better life. For example, in our military hospital, there is a prosthetic center that if you got an amputation or if you have been amputated, then they provide a prosthesis, they produce a prosthesis there. And also the military hospital over there is a very good one because it is in a normal standard. The doctors, they're qualified doctors, so they are good and they know what they are doing. So some soldiers that have been injured that cannot be taken care of in the military hospital, they are being flown out of the country. Many of them have been flown out of the country for hip replacements. Depends on the injury you have. Even some before they started producing the prosthesis in 44 military hospital. Some people have been traveled to India to get a better prosthesis. So some people have been traveling to Egypt for their treatment. So and some other ones that are to be treated in the hospital are to be treated. So it depends on your injury. So today I'm putting on prosthesis. I'm amputated, but if you don't notice, if you don't take a better look at me, you can't even know that I'm having a prosthesis. So and the prosthesis I'm using today is being provided by Nigerian Army in our military hospital. So to me, I shout out to Nigerian Army, I shout out to the CDS for their support. So it's left for me and to help myself by my mindset that even with the injury, there is ability in disabilities.
Of course.
So
yeah, go on.
So the one is that I'm being given to. So I need to also put effort as a being, as a human being, to make other things right, because we strongly believe that tomorrow will be better than yesterday.
All right, so this is the part of the institution, and the way they support war veterans. But then also, the Nigerian society, we're not really orientated to be very concerned and intentional about persons with disability. So how about your experience with your older colleagues?
Yeah, the truth is that after I was injured, it is another phase of life. Yeah, I was born with my two legs before I was able to undergo the trainings. So, but when after I got injured, you see, it's a trauma, a lot of trauma. It is devastating. It's a misery because I never think of it. Yeah, it was my passion to be a soldier, but I never think I will get that kind of injury. So after I got injured, it was not easy with me. Life was very miserable because I was not happy with myself. I was not happy with anybody around me. So I was feeling sad anytime because I don't know how people think about me. Sometimes I feel like people doesn't love me, see me with crutches. I don't even know what they think about me. So that makes me sad. But now that I'm fully recovered through Invictus Games, now I've made that decision to help other ones to be out of the trauma, because I faced that same thing, but I was able to be out of it through Invictus Games, because the Invictus Games gave me a hope. The Invictus Games means a recovery to me, because after I was injured, I was idle. So you see, there is a saying that said that an idle mind is a devil workshop. Yeah. So if you're idle, you see other people do things, you even feel as if you're wasting a lot of time, because you are staying in one place and you can't do things that I normally do. So the trauma, it shocked me, and the injury affected me in 3 different ways, which was mentally, emotionally, and physically.
Okay, so I want to ask a question. When you said you were idle, when you had your injury, were you not incorporated back into the military immediately? Or what happened?
Yeah, up to now I'm still serving. Although people misunderstand it. Okay. Yeah. So because over there in UK and over there in Europe, so it's like when you are being injured, then you go on voluntary.
Okay.
But in Nigeria, I'm still serving, and almost all of our injured soldiers are still serving, you see. So it's just that we can't do combat duty again, but there are some lighter work that you can do if you can be able. So after you are being injured, you are not being forced to do anything, but you do what you know you can be able to do in the military. So I'm still serving.
All right, so now, well, there's the whole boss, you know, the Duke and Duchess are in town, and it has to do with the Invictus game. You've had the international experience. You've also had the honor of winning a gold medal at your first time there. Now, how excited are you?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm being loved. I feel loved. I feel great. I feel there's nothing I can do if I wish to do so, because your mindset is who you are.
Yeah, but are you like excited, you know, to see the man who, because he's the brain behind, you know, the Invictus game, giving war veterans across the world, all over the world, a chance to have some level of productivity? Like you're talking about how happy you are that, you know, even though you still serve in non-combat capacity, but the Invictus game helps you to do something more practical. So, you know, like how excited are you that this man who brought this vision to reality and you connecting with it is in the country?
Yeah, I'm very happy that he's about coming to Nigeria, because I said I'm happy, and my happiness lies on Prince Harry's vision of Invictus Games, you see. So if Invictus Games was not introduced to our country, Nigeria, I don't know how a state I could be now, to be sincere to you. So I'm very happy for his vision, Prince Harry's vision, and I'm ready to give my best to welcome him, to let him feel loved and also appreciated by the vision of Invictus Games. So I'm ready to welcome him, and all over Nigeria, our veterans, our soldiers, our wounded soldiers are very happy to welcome him in our country. So we're happy, and we are great for his vision.
Okay, so just for us to round up this conversation, because it's becoming a bit emotional, kind of. You know, so the Invictus is a Latin word which translates undefeated, unconquerable. Do you feel undefeated or unconquerable as a war veteran?
Yes, of course I do. To me, I'm able. Yeah. Even with the disability, to me, I'm able, because that is what has been keeping me and has been pushing me, the mindset, being able, even with the disability. So I don't feel as if I lost anything, but I only look up to God for tomorrow, because I believe that tomorrow will be better than yesterday. So there is a reason for the injury, and there is a purpose for the injury. And that have led me to make a better decision, to help my fellow wounded soldiers to be out of the trauma. It's something that you need to underline. See, it's not really easy. Yeah. You don't really know how I feel. You understand? Yeah. So to lose my leg is not really easy. Then I think about the other one that is in the hospital. Sometimes when I walk, I feel pains. But what about those that can't even walk? What do you think will be running in their memory? How do you think they are feeling? So that was why I've made a decision to help my fellow wounded soldiers to be out of that trauma and to make sure that they're living a better life by reorientating them, and also introducing a peer mentorship meeting and some other outdoor sports in the future. So because me sharing experience with them, telling them how I feel now and how I feel then, and the evidence that God has proven to me that I'm able by making me a gold medalist, that them also can do better than I did, is the mindset. Because we need to be strong in our mindset, things we reason before we start seeing those things happening.
Well, all right, thank you very much.
I think I just want to, just one more question. How well do you think that you can be able to impact your other colleagues who are war veterans who have this kind of situation?
Yeah, hence I'm alive. I made the decision that nobody will be left behind. No matter where you are, we'll reach out to you. It's just a matter of time. It's just a time factor. But hence I'm living, I make sure that I will get to everyone and to let them know that there is ability in all disabilities.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Peacemaker, for coming.